We have office in Hong Kong and Shenzhen. But we're building now the Shanghai Grand Opera.
Inspire status.
Yeah, we did Inspire status. When we are doing our biannual walk to the mountain Snøhetta.
Yeah, okay.
So we gather all our 7 offices around the world to Oslo every second year, and then we come here and we take a train up to the middle of Norway, and there's the highest peak, which is called Snøhetta, which is a mountain, and we walk up to the mountain together. We try to talk as much as we can about everything else than architecture and design.
Okay.
So art and hobbies and politics and interests and what we do, and most important, to walk and talk.
So it's outside
in nature,
work.
in landscape, because we believe if we do that, we become better architects and designers. And we have our lunch tables, which are here, and we have our own chef, and we sort of make sure that everyone eats at the same time together.
Okay.
In this office, 19 different nationalities, and the office at all has 37 different nationalities. So here, nobody needs to learn Norwegian, but they have to learn the Norwegian birthday song.
I see.
We sing probably like 3 times a week the birthday song for someone who has a birthday, so it's a really low-quality singing, but everyone is trying to sing in Norwegian. We can take a look into our model shops as well.
Sure.
I mean, you've probably seen it.
It's good to be back, I would say.
Yeah. So this is 3D printers and a lacquer room to create models. And then we have acryl 3D printer, laser cutters.
The same 3D printer in the IG we saw.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
Here we're now creating a model. It's an old project, which is the headquarters of Le Monde in Paris.
Okay.
So we won that, the news agency Le Monde, and we won that just after the Charlie Hebdo terrorist attack, and we made this as a very generous building. Sort of a master plan project, which I haven't a clue what it is.
Yes. This is the next model shop. Yeah, definitely.
This is the same, but it's just a carpentry service model shop where we have a headmaster who are training and helping us making models, and we try to also bring our clients into this model shop in order to make them get out from their PowerPoints and strategy documents and use their hands to talk to us. So they're making models and trying to conceptualize what they're thinking into tangibles and objects that we are creating together with them. And then we have a large CNC machine which can make models up to 2.1 meters.
They have eyes there.
Yeah, he has eyes. and when we have parties, we can program it to mix gin tonics and drinks. That is a good party prop.
It's not only working for that, but
no.
Still for the party.
You have to party. So now the mess here is we have just dismantled our first exhibition called the Library of Alexandria, People in the Library of Alexandria.
Yeah.
And this is a public space, an open, free gallery for students and people in our industry, but also the general public. We opened it last year. So here, there's an old picture. Here's the library.
The project that I miss most.
At some point when it was the 20th anniversary of the library, and it's still living. You know, it's a huge institution.
Exactly.
Have you visited?
Not yet, but this is the one of
it's worth taking a little.
During my study time, this is I would say, I study a lot of the building.
Yeah.
This one is really masterpiece, I would say.
Yeah, I like it very much too. I like the Oslo Opera House, but I also like this one, so it just shifts a little bit back and forth. It's our favorite project. So we're setting up now the Le Monde. This is the wayfinding system for the Le Monde. So we're setting up a line here to talk about the importance of written language and the media for democracies. So this is the Le Monde building in Paris. So this is just a mock-ups for building the new exhibition.
Wow.
And the space here is in our model archive, where we have approximately 1,000 models for our work. Probably 80% has never been built. So down here, the public really likes to go to engage and dwell into all of our architectural and design models.
Very nice to see something like this.
So the model you saw upstairs that we're building, that's going to be here, and lit,
okay.
so and then with stories around it to display the project.
So all these are competitions or?
There's a lot of competitions here, but it's also projects that have been built or is under process. So for instance, here we have the Shanghai Gran Opera.
Oh yeah.
With the spiral stairs. So here you see a lot of iterations of the design.
Oh, there's a lot of alterations.
This is, I guess, it's the final.
The final.
The Oslo Opera House that was built in 2000, 2001 to 2008, and when that opened, in making the roof accessible was quite a big invention at that time. So it's both a public plaza and a building. So it's a landscape and a house at the same time.
Yeah.
And this has created this collective ownership to these social structures that are creating societies today. And a lot of theater buildings around the world now wants the same. So become a category leader that, everyone has to draw a roof that is accessible, which is quite nice to see that it has adopted into how you make these democratic, almost intimate, but huge social structures.
So all these are accessible, right?
Yeah, the only accessible will be this.
This part.
Yeah, because and that has to do with security and whatnot, but it's a huge space.
Yeah, so very much used.
And it will be accessible 24/7
like
for everyone. You don't need a
house.
ticket. Exactly, like the Opera House.
Because I just came out last night, just walking there alone. I was like, how you guys imagine to do like this in the middle of the city and in Oslo? Wow, very much.
Yeah, it's
nice.
quite nice. Actually.
Yeah.
It is.
It's so much different from the Stockholm, from the Copenhagen Opera House.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah, we think this idea of intimacy to objects. If you can be close to an object, you feel some kind of ownership to it.
Yes.
But if you're distant to it, if it's a large door and huge bricks and whatnot, you feel a little bit dehumanized.
Yeah.
So the intimacy that you can touch it and feel the heat of the building suddenly makes it a little bit yours. So everyone nobody needs a ticket to walk on the Shanghai Grand Opera, and when you feel the heat of it and you feel the structure, it becomes yours, and that becomes identity, and identity then starts to make something that you care about, and then you start to vote, and then you have democracy, and you create societies.
Yeah.
World Center. Here's a visual identity for the largest bank in the Nordics, which the graphic design department did some time ago. So making these small design applications together with a massive Shanghai Grand Opera project is this difference in scale that is fascinating. You know?
It's like
we
one you can hold in your hand, and another one.
We care as much with this. Well, what if we do this and that, and all the huge opera houses.
Yes.
And then also, there's the Oslo Opera House, and here's early concept model of the opera. So of course you see it's quick and fast, and then more solid.
Before this, we thought this Oslo Opera House is concept based on your logo.
Yes, it's actually quite true.
Okay.
But that is because the symbol in our logo is an abstraction of a mountain.
Mountain, yeah.
And you could say the opera is slightly an interpretation of a mountain, because you can walk up it, right? You can go to the top.
Yeah.
You can sit on it and look at the view. It's kind of mountainish. Urban mountain.
Urban mountain, yeah.
Call it. Co-founder of Snøhetta, just visiting from New York.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Craig. Hey. See ya.
Let me tell you about
We have a team here from Malaysia.
Hello, Malaysia. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're just visiting today, or?
We've been
Here
in
3
Norway
days.
since, for 3 days already.
Yeah. We'll be going to Bergen tomorrow, and after that to Svalbard to see your tourist center.
Svalbard.
Wow, you're going to go all over.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is our, I would say, maybe the first time and last time to Svalbard. I don't know.
It's nice there. It's called light winter right now.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
very, very nice time. I've
Want
been
to
there.
enjoy.
Every time I go, it's between mid-April and first week of May. So it's a good time.
This is like the second week. Wow. Yeah, so from Copenhagen.
Visiting
to,
BIG.
we visited Big. And then we went to Stockholm. So it's like, it's a Scandinavia tour.
What's the reason for the tour? What's prompting you to do this?
We're actually from Malaysia. There's a KL Architecture Festival that's going on
Oh, I see.
for this year, Kuala Lumpur.
Yes.
So this project is hosted under KLAF.
Okay.
So it's one of the projects for KLAF
Okay.
2024.
And Richard in Hong Kong is going to give a talk.
He's one of the
Yeah.
speakers for the
Super.
conference.
Super. I was in Kuala Lumpur like 25 years ago.
Wow, you
that's
should come
so
again.
Time ago.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very much.
I'll catch up soon, quick.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, see you around.
I think Nordic landscapes has influenced us a lot over the years. Landscapes influence us in general, many different levels. We try to be context and content driven with our projects, so we like to say that we don't have a style, even though I think over the years it's possible to see some patterns. But this content and contextual insights of how we make these projects relevant is important. And landscapes obviously creates a lot of influence of that thinking, because you have to make sure that wherever you are, you have to be taking that into account in the project. Nordic landscapes. The Nordic landscapes has influenced not only architecture and design, but also culture. Because up here, it's cold and harsh and historically
it's
very
very
difficult
cold.
to survive.
Yep.
So perhaps our way of life has been very functional. And functional in terms of making sure that you have food and shelter during a very long, cold winter could have influenced our design thinking, which means that we are not very vivid and expressionist in our design because it has to be functional. So we see beauty when things work. So when you see it, the opera is very few materials. It's like 3 main materials. When we use marble, we use the same marble inside and outside. We just do the surface a little bit different. And keeping it as functional and clean as possible could be embedded into this Nordic way of living. So nature sort of have dictated how we design. So this Scandinavian design or the Nordic design has something to do with the environment, has something to do with the landscape and the Nordic nature. Quite conscious not to try to dictate how to run the offices all around the world. I don't think we can make something that is identical, but we try to make something that has a sense of identity. Make people independent in our projects, but still in the family of Snøhetta, we think is important. So we try to indirect infuse our offices and our co-workers around the world with beliefs in values. That could be openness, it could be generosity, it could be some sense of the democratic way of living that can make people try to interpret that in a local context. We can establish offices around the world, but we have to have local hires. We have to work with local architecture and designers to make sure that we are listening and are asking the right questions and trying to learn the context the best as we can. So it's this mix of trying to make a strong frame, but then inside that frame, anything can happen. And then I think you can start to make more credible projects, more believable when they are adapted into the local context. We recently opened a new library after designing the Library of Alexandria, which was our first project. Creating that library in Alexandria shaped Snøhetta as we know it today. And libraries are important institutions in societies. And after the Library of Alexandria, we've designed 13 libraries. Mm-hmm. So we do quite a lot of libraries and theater buildings. Now, we recently opened the Beijing City Library, which is now taken over as the largest reading room in libraries. And this last record was the Library of Alexandria. So they're fighting a little bit about who is the biggest, which we think is kind of cute. But there is a relationship between the Library of Alexandria and the Beijing City Library where landscapes are important. Okay. So the curved horizontal roof in the Library of Alexandria, which we call the fifth facade, is interpreted in an indirect way in the landscape of the Beijing City Library. So the inside of the Beijing City Library is almost like an outside landscape with the same slopes that you can see that is connected to the Library of Alexandria. The same notion is also evident in the Shanghai Grand Opera, which is going to open early next year. And the Shanghai Grand Opera is quite connected to the Oslo Opera House because it has this accessible roof. It makes a building a public plaza, at the same time a house, a theater building to explore art. And this accessible dimension to our projects we think is very important to make, again, a local connection so that people feel that it is a building that invites you instead of intimidating. You don't need to buy an expensive ticket to experience an opera house. And then it becomes more of a public asset that can help people to care about their societies.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much. Thank you very much, Martin.
You're welcome.
Thank you for allowing us to record as well.
I wonder when is our time to go to Malaysia.
Yes.
Maybe talk about
we'll sign up.
Thank you.